The moment she leaned close enough for her breath to fob my visor, I realized the joke had already sentenced me to a choice that would erase my old life forever. The docking ring of Helios Station vibrated with the low, constant hum of alien engines, sounds no human throat had ever named properly. Blue light pulsed along the curved walls like a living heartbeat, and every instinct in my body screamed that I did not belong here. Humans weren't meant to stand at the crossroads of civilizations. We were meant to watch from a distance. And yet, there I was. I'd said it laughing, half drunk on recycled air and synthetic whiskey, trying to break the tension during first contact negotiations. Someone had asked how humans sealed alliances. I shrugged and joked. Hell, if she proposed, I'd probably say yes. That was when the alien woman turned toward me. Her name, at least the closest translation, was Illyra of the Ethery Concord. She stood taller than any human, her skin a soft gradient of silver and midnight blue, eyes faceted like starlight trapped in glass. She had watched me all night with unsettling calm, as if my heartbeat was just another data stream to analyze. I thought nothing of it. That was my first mistake. Because now she was close. Too close. And she whispered, in flawless English learned from stolen transmissions and dissected languages, "Then say yes." The room fell silent. Even the station seemed to hold its breath. But that was only the beginning. I was Elias Ward, xenolinguist, cultural analyst, expendable human liaison. My job was to interpret words, not become them. I wasn't chosen for bravery or brilliance, just my ability to translate alien intent into something Earth could digest without panicking. And Illyra had just spoken a sentence that would fracture entire governments. I laughed nervously, because humans laugh when terrified. I was joking. Her eyes did not blink. "A joke is a declaration without intent," she replied calmly. "Your intent has now been requested." Around us, the ethery delegates stiffened. Their elongated forms glimmered with bioluminescent patterns I'd studied for years. That color shift meant consequence. "What does propose mean to your people?" I asked carefully. Illyra tilted her head, studying me the way a scientist studies a fragile specimen. "It means binding," she said. "Genetic. Political. Temporal. Temporal." The word echoed in my skull. "Temporal how?" I whispered. Her lips curved in what might have been a smile or a warning. "Marriage to my kind alters the probability of futures." None of us were prepared for that truth. Earth Command cut the feed seconds later. I was escorted, gently, forcibly, into a private chamber overlooking the stars. The glass was transparent alloy, showing a velvet ocean of space streaked with distant suns. It should have been beautiful. Instead, it felt like an execution room. Illyra followed me inside. The door sealed with a sound like fate clicking shut. "You destabilize the negotiation," I said, anger flaring to mask my fear. "Do you know what humans will do if they think you're manipulating us?" She stepped closer, unafraid. "I know exactly what humans do when they are afraid," she said softly. "They destroy first, then ask why later." Her honesty was disarming. "Then why me?" I demanded. "Why not a leader? A general?" "Because leaders lie to themselves," she said. "You do not." That landed harder than any threat. She explained slowly, carefully, another micro-hook tightening around my mind. The ethery existed partially outside linear time. Their civilization survived by forming rare, precise bonds with species capable of anchoring probability. Humans, chaotic and emotional, were uniquely powerful in that regard. Marriage, to them, wasn't romance. It was stabilization, and I was compatible. What I saw next changed everything. She showed me visions, projected directly into my mind. Futures where Earth burned under alien conquest. Futures where humanity fractured itself with stolen technology. Futures where the ethery vanished entirely, their timelines collapsing into paradox. And one future, just one, where a human stood beside an ethery queen, holding the line between what was and what could be. That human was me. "I didn't agree to this," I said hoarsely. "You invited the possibility," she replied. "Words matter across time." I wanted to scream that it wasn't fair, that a joke shouldn't rewrite destiny. But somewhere deep inside, I felt the truth humming like a buried engine. If I said no, trillions would die. If I said yes, I would never be human in the same way again. But that was only the middle of the story. Halfway through the cycle, the real twist revealed itself. Earth wasn't innocent. Hidden beneath diplomatic pleasantries was a classified project called Prometheus Reach, a human attempt to weaponize probability itself. We were already experimenting with the same temporal forces the Aetheri guarded. Lyra hadn't come to propose. She'd come to prevent extinction, hers and ours. And I was a failsafe. When Earth Command realized this, they ordered my extraction. Marines stormed the station. Alarms screamed. Blue light turned blood red. Lyra grabbed my wrist, not in command but desperation. "If you leave," she said, voice cracking for the first time, "the futures collapse." For the first time, she was afraid. That fear broke something in me. I wasn't just a pawn. I was a choice. I saw the human soldiers advancing, faces tense behind visors. I saw the alien delegates readying defenses that could shatter moons. One wrong move, and history would end screaming. So I made my decision. I stepped between them. "I accept," I said. The words felt heavy. Permanent. Lyra exhaled, a sound like starlight dissolving. The station's alarms died instantly. Probability snapped into alignment like a lock turning. Earth Command screamed in my ear. The Aetheri knelt. The marriage wasn't a ceremony. It was a convergence. Energy flooded the chamber, rewriting my nervous system, threading alien perception into human memory. I felt time stretch, contract, breathe. I felt futures brushing against my thoughts like curious ghosts. It hurt. It was beautiful. And it cost me everything. I watched Earth from orbit as we departed, already distant, already different. I felt my emotions smoothing, expanding, becoming something wider. Not less human, but more than I'd ever been allowed to be. Lyra stood beside me now, not above. Her hand found mine, warm and real. "You saved us," she said. "No," I replied. "I chose us." The stars bent gently around our path, futures settling into safer shapes. And as Helios Station vanished behind us, I understood the final truth. The joke hadn't doomed me. It had revealed me. Because sometimes, the fate of the universe doesn't hinge on grand speeches or weapons of impossible power. Sometimes, it hinges on a single human joke, and the courage to say yes when the universe whispers back.